and welcome to another St Luke's cookery programme. So today I thought it'd be nice if we made some macaroni and cheese. In America they say mac and cheese. With ingredients, what you'll need is roughly 250 grams of macaroni pasta. Approximately it's about a big mug full of pasta. As well as that, you will need about a tablespoon of butter, about 150 grams of cheddar cheese. You can use whatever types of cheese you want. You can mix up different types of cheeses. This is just a basic macaroni and cheese. 450 millilitres of milk, about a tablespoon of plain flour, bit of mustard. You could use Dijon, English mustard, mustard powder, whatever you happen to have at home, and obviously salt and pepper for seasoning. So to start off with, you would normally look at your cooking instructions with your pasta. As you'll see here, it says that you need to cook your pasta for about 11 to 13 minutes. But what we are going to do, which is a bit different, is we are going to only cook our pasta for about 5 to 8 minutes, because the pasta is going to continue to cook when it is in the oven. So that's going to be a slight difference to what it says on the packet. So firstly, we're going to put your pasta into a pan of boiling salted water. Be very, very careful. I'm going to just gently pour my pasta in, and then I'm going to bring my pasta to the boil. So I'll know that it's boiling when we have bubbles and steam coming up. At that point, I'm going to then set my timer just to remind me when 8 minutes have passed. So I can just see some steam coming up there, just see a few bubbles coming up. So about now is fine for me to set my timer for about 8 minutes time. So whilst my pasta's cooking, my next job is to make my lovely cheesy sauce. So I'm going to put my butter into my saucepan. Once my butter is melted, I'm going to put my tablespoon of flour in. So we're keeping an eye on that butter. Once it's all nicely melted, we're going to put our lovely flour in. And this is going to be the basics of our sauce. So this sauce, we can use it to make a nice white sauce. If we're going to be making a white sauce for, let's say, a fish sauce. Oh, look at that lovely butter melting there. Isn't that lovely? Let's see, how are we doing there? Gorgeous. I always find it fascinating watching the butter melt. Okay, so that lovely butter is melting. So now I can put my lovely flour in. And then this is going to be the thickening agent of my sauce. So the flour is going to help my sauce to thicken. If I didn't have the flour in with my sauce, it'd just be too runny. So right here now, I've got a nice paste. You can see that that butter and flour is mixed in together, so we've got a nice sort of paste there. To this paste, I'm going to put a little of my milk in, okay? So, I'm going to put a little of my milk in, and then I'm going to give it a stir, like this. And then I'm going to, so all that lovely milk is going to be absorbed into the flour and the buttery mixture, like that. You see it's like a sort of quite a thick paste there. And then I'm going to put a little bit more of my milk in, and then I'm going to just keep that stirring, keep that going. You can, if you like, you could use a whisk. Whisks are very, very useful for making sauces. So the whisk helps to make sure that you don't get any lumps or bumps in there. So I'll just show you, 1 sec. Here we go. So you can use the whisk if you like, in with your sauce, and then you're gonna, once you've got a nice smooth paste, you're gonna just add a little bit more milk again, like this. Obviously you can use different types of milk. If you are wanting to reduce the amount of fat, you can always use skimmed milk. If you want more sort of creamy flavour, you can use full fat milk. Choice is entirely yours. There are lots of different versions of macaroni and cheese. So what I'm doing is just showing you a very basic version, and it's how you basically make a cheese sauce. Okay, so my sauce has thickened up a little bit now, so I'm going to put some cheese into my sauce, and I'm going to stir that around. You can see my cheese is melting into my sauce. I'm going to put most of my cheese in bit by bit. I've turned my heat off now because it's already very hot and the cheese is melting. There we go. Now I'm going to save this leftover cheese to sprinkle on top of my mac dish in a minute. There we go. So got a gorgeous cheesy sauce in there. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper in. I'm going to season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Personally, I like freshly ground black pepper, but have whatever you have at home. I also like sea salt, but this table salt is absolutely fine. Whatever you have at home, that's good. Give that a bit of a stir around. There we go. Lovely. Now I'm going to drain my pasta. So to drain the pasta, turn the heat off, and I'm going to hold my saucepan carefully, 2 hands. I'm going to take it over to the sink. I'm going to pour the pasta into the colander. If I need a spoon, I've got a spoon here just to get the remainders of my pasta out of my saucepan there. Can you see? So I'm just going to put it all out there. So it's not completely soft, but I don't want it completely soft because, as I say, it's going to continue cooking in the oven. So I'm going to pop my colander on my saucepan, again like this. I can bring it over, and then I can carefully pour my lovely pasta into my cheesy sauce like that. In all goes. And then I can just give that a little bit of a stir around. And then I'm going to transfer the lovely cheesy sauce with the pasta into an oven-proof dish, because it's going to go in the oven and just to continue to cook a little bit more. I have previously set the oven at 180, so it's nice and hot. Here it goes into my oven-proof dish. Here we go. A nice cheesy sauce. And then, remember, we kept a little bit of this cheese behind before to sprinkle on top. You could, if you wanted to as well, you could put some breadcrumbs on top as well to add for some more crunch to your macaroni. That's always a really delicious option. Now I'm going to put my oven gloves on, because obviously whenever we go and opening up the oven door, we always have oven gloves on. So I've got my oven gloves, holding it very carefully. In it goes, as I say, preheated oven. And I'm going to set the timer for about 15 minutes. there we go. See you soon. So I've just heard the oven bleeping, so that tells me that my food is ready. I'm going to turn my oven off and then gloves on. Carefully, I'm going to bring the macaroni out of the oven, up on the side. See all the cheese bubbling away there? So today I'm going to serve mine with some salad and some garlic bread. So I'm just going to pop some on there. And that's going to be my dinner. And I'm very, very hungry. There we go. So, that's my dinner. I would like you to have fun making your macaroni and cheese. And don't forget, you can also make this with some extra vegetables. So if you wanted to, you could add some extra broccoli and things like that, sweet corn, etc. Just to give it some extra flavour. But to say, for me, I'm just going to serve it some salad and some garlic bread. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.